Before shellcode, right, we've been like an engineers, we've been working, but what we found out at the early stage of our career is there is a clear market gap that cloud is and one of the direction that everybody are moving towards, and we are being pioneered over there in this side. But a lot of people were asking us how we can able to adapt this in a scale what you are doing in. So that's where we thought what we are doing it for, working in some other place, and what we are delivering it, we see value for people. That's where we came out and started doing this in our own and created an entrepreneurship and doing it in scale. We are from a tier 2 and tier 3 city. We are very clear where we can able to adopt technology. We believe there is a four pillar of business that can able to make somebody more successful. In that one route we see technology adapter can be more easier way for us, which is very much easy bread and butter for us being a tech guys. So we wanted to be part of that cloud journey, whether it's a multi cloud or whether it's a multi model to data center and cloud. That's where we wanted to adopt that. In 2023 we adopted generative AI, where in 2024 what we believed is if any company that shellcode is working with, or any company who is adopting generative AI, whether their direct revenue is getting impacted. Second is how they can able to do optimization on their spend, overall IT spend, not just from the technology of cloud or a data center, overall business spend. The third is efficiency. You cannot be more than 100% efficient, but we can able to bring that efficient to 10% is what we are thinking. So that is a charter that we took last year, and then that worked well. When we go into FSI or a retail or a logistics, healthcare, right? So how do we make this impact into these industries? When we go into industry, again there is a subset of business which comes into play. If you could see any D2C business, spend will be there in the marketing, 30% of spend will be there in the technology, and then rest 20% of spend will be there in the operational project management or other side. So we wanted to cover the major area of sales marketing, and then the technology and the customer support. By 2030 there is a huge demand which is going to come towards energy side. For all the companies to deploy their softwares, they need data centers and servers, right, where they are running out of CPUs and GPUs. They need more and more energy coming in place, be it solar, be it utilities, be it battery, anywhere. I think that is a ever changing opportunity that will be there. Even we are trying to invest our time and energy over there. Anthropic Claude or OpenAI came and disrupted the market, telling that you don't care about your data, you just tell the instructions, we can able to perform your activities. That changed the dimension of software access and to achieve something. Now the agent is something which is trending. Agent is nothing but what mimicking of human. Now you don't worry about what your data structure or one side of your process is done, but what other side of process needs to be done is being holistically getting completed. Before, what agents were doing in what human was doing is decentralized, and everybody has been dependent on everybody. Now when this software talks to each other software, now it knows how to take a decision, how to improve those decisions over the time, and it's changing the life of how we access the software. Think and take one step back, what algorithms are being used now. That's where the DeepSeek came and told you don't want to do have a large compute GPUs, larger size of servers to run this, right? Again they created a digital model, and then they are giving a right informations where it is requires a lesser cost to perform it, right? So back end there are different algorithms being used. So today a lot of customers are missing out, thinking that okay, either I need high compute or a GPU, or I need a data. But most of the people are missing out with an algorithm, and that is where your agents are performing with your models which are available and different tools which are coming in. So these are works with a complex algorithm patterns. The agents are being more powerful, and the technology can be used more effectively. If you could see, if somebody wanted to take a video recording and then they wanted to publish it as a podcast, right? It takes a couple of weeks. Now, with the help of AI, it happens in a day. The technology has evolved, and this space will continue to evolve. I will not be surprised if the live podcast is going in direct to the consumer, right from the camera to the viewership, in a more edited way and more personalized way. I think that's where we are moving towards. So now everybody wants to use, not just from a business perspective, every individual, students, and even my cousins are using it to make the kids sleep. Like they put this models where it gives a regional language songs and they make them to sleep, right? Coming back to business, right? So when we deal with large set of customers, right? When I wanted to differentiate, we see two set of customers. One is startup and digital native companies. Whereas these companies wanted to adapt these technology to be a differential factor in market and clear ROI game for them. Whereas for enterprise, they wanted to adapt technology, but they wanted to adapt in a steady way, where if they take this and put it as an investment, where this investment of adoption itself will take for them to 6 months to 1 year. Benchmark criteria for any software adoption is how they can able to use it for next 2 to 3 years. So they wanted to understand clear of value proposition. It's not that the change of speed I wanted. It's more about how accurate it is, or what business problem exactly it is solving, and what value proposition it is giving it. But everybody started adapting. They understood this is a technology that they cannot avoid. Everybody started looking into it. Even in the budgeting, Indian government has been enforcing it a lot. Amazon has been pioneer in this, and Amazon very clear in this. Particularly, they are a platform as a company, as an infrastructure as a company. One is they build their own models. Second is they are very fast enough to adopt the third party models which are doing good, validate it with all the safety guardrails or the accessibility guardrails, and give it to the end user. The thing which I liked is when the moment DeepSeek started creating a groundbreaking thing in market, right? Within a week, it was available in Bedrock. Anybody can able to use it, right? Because if you could see directly, if you go to DeepSeek, even I see the Economic Times yesterday, DeepSeek is telling that they overburned on the accessibility, and then their servers are going down in direct access. But when it comes to Bedrock, when it comes to SageMaker, you can download the model, put it in your own infrastructure, and use it. See, AWS is one who has more than 260 plus services for different usage, and these services are being purpose built for different industry and for different technology purposes. They've been evolved, matured what their end customer need, what value add that they can able to provide, how even a startup or an SMB or an enterprise can able to consume their services, where they can able to go to market and serve the end customers. And Bedrock is not just one services. Behind the scenes, they are being hosted multiple large language models like Anthropic, Claude, Meta, Llama models, which they have been hosted. Then they hosted Mistral, they hosted the DeepSeek model, and then the same way they have plethora of services for different purpose. One advantage of using AWS behind the scenes of platform, they have two kinds of nature of business that you can able to engage with them on the platform. One is SageMaker, which is your serverless, bring your own models, bring whatever open source model, deploy it. Or they are giving your serverless model, which is your Bedrock. It's been authorized with all security firm. They're giving it backend where you can able to use pay what you go as the token sizes they are giving it in. They're been forefrontier in cloud. There is no doubt. They've been market capturers, bringing the services what is need for end user. Be an infrastructure player. Now they're onboarding couple of market leaders like Anthropic or Meta or DeepSeek into their ecosystem for powering their end consumer. They have a lot of their data services. On top of it, they have announced a new service during the reinvent called SageMaker Unified Studio. I think that is powering data along with generative AI, and it seamlessly power multiple integration together. That is a kind of investment and commitment that AWS is giving to end customer, which is really easy for users to adapt and use. So when we started Shellcode, right, founders, some are being non-graduate due to commercial reasons. They couldn't able to. Technology helped them to scale, and that technology helped us starting the entrepreneurial journey, right? So our motive when we started, okay, how do we ensure that tier three, tier two cities create a job market, or somebody thinks about starting a business or starting the job that they will be doing their own city where the revenue increases. And now I see a lot of founders are doing that. More than 50 percentage of freelancing and Upwork has been increased. Nature of business will be changing in, and the global study has told that there will be 47 percentage of unemployment on the current jobs globally what people are consuming. Means it is not going to create an unemployment. This new technology can able to give a new dimension of business. We need to think ourselves like how we need to spend our energy into this. It's a social responsibility of all the founders or all the media channels. Tell this technology how to use more effectively, right from the students to the elders or being the business owners who can able to create the impact. We don't know what is yet to come, or whether this is the one scheme, because there are a lot of models which is coming in. There are a lot of people who are sitting and trying to use their creativity skill. This is not a right time for a young entrepreneur who is coming out of college to start a business through generative AI. OpenAI has been came itself with their own infrastructure. Operate gives an infrastructure plus LLM. Now they are into ad system as well. 30 seconds ad, it's a 8 million. So the kind of business change which is going to happen by these players itself, it's going to be among us. So I will tell a new beginner who is wanted to do a startup, unless until he worked somewhere, he see there is a clear pain point that end customers are going through where we can able to solve. It is very good area to start with. Either you need to go with a hyper local problem solving, spend time 6 months, 1 year, 2 year. Okay, this is what happening in the real time, and this is what the technology providers are trying to solve. Then we can able to go ahead and solve this problem in detail. That's what I will tell for young startup guys. So Shellcode has its own R&D team where every new release which comes in, the R&D team will check it out and see what works for which industry. On top of it, since we've been partnered with AWS, AWS has a huge partner ecosystem where it has technology partner, it has learning path partner, and it has service consulting path partner. They collaborate with them, try to innovate in a better way. AWS is also offering customers working backwards mechanism workshops to customers how they can able to better use of this technology and how that is going to impact their business. So there are various ways that end users or partners like us or customers participate and work with AWS, or they can able to sign into Shellcode's community program, which is called AA Frontier, where people are being registered and they're being self-participated and they're being examining these things, and we have lots of mind sharing happening within the community itself. There is a good saying by SAS Bhumi, pay it forward, right? This will help next generation or next layer people to grow on. Before starting still code, right, it was like we I used to have this cricket as a hobby, and we used to do a lot of cricketing. And after shell code and having this technology time, I've been fond of what my other co-founder CTO who is working in. We are all been working internally as an hobby now, creating our own AI agents. Alexa as our assistant, trying to integrate so that it not just do the calendar thing. Me and other co-founders has an interesting bet where working with the generative AI, telling that I need to have a conversation with the AI agents. Can you tell me what I don't know? Like as a person, if I ask to AI agents with an Alexa, right, it will tell, can you tell me what you wanted to know that you don't know? If I tell financial, it will tell me around today your spend has been more because of this. So because we have collectively so much of data around us as a human, right, we are trying to dump those data into system and see how the system can able to see me, be as my personal assistant and help me. This is my personal hobby as a project that we are working in. If that gets successful, it could be a breakthrough for us as a personal individuals. That's where the personal hobby that we are taking in. The voice assistant, what we feel is today the agent started working on the text based thing. So now the next breaking thing what we are trying to do is with voice. And I see everybody has Alexa or Google system in their home. We wanted to create a personal assistant in home. It's an innovation that we are trying to see how it works. In fact, we had a discussion with AWS, and they were fond of this idea, and they were telling it's looking good, we can able to collaborate. So that's a openness that AWS is bringing to table. And imagine what an individual can do when they have a AI into their hand. Every industry is going to adapt that. Last year, if you could see, retail and logistics has been adopted AI technology because it goes directly to the consumers. Whereas financial institutes, due to security and regulations, they have been little taking a step back and understanding on the adoption. Small language model, which is domain specific model, will going to be more related to healthcare, but digital models are proving that even rather than SLMs, that digital model can able to solve the problem. So every other industry is going to take it leaps. And if you could see gaming becoming going to be more personalized for you. For me, the pick of the industry, first retail is going to be even more faster. FSI, healthcare, logistics, gaming, and media will be taking it. But on the cost side, I think they will be taking it more maturely. Ad industry is going to revolutionize it by having a personalized content to everybody. Employees started thinking in a way how they can adapt generative AI into their line of work, what they're doing in day to day. So it's not just customer that we are making a revenue impact, reducing their spend of overall business or efficiency. How we can able to incorporate those into shell code, right? Right from a sales team is using LLMs for having a booking an appointment for our end customers, or nurturing our end customers, understanding more about our end customers to have a better conversation, acquire new customers. Our marketing team is on fly creating a contents or creating a banner images, whereas our project management team is using it more effectively to create the effectiveness of our employees. Especially a developer completed a code that needs to be go to tester and that needs to go to a QA team. then it comes to a manager for approval and deployment of servers, right? Now what this efficiency means is how much time this person is taking in. Can you be more efficient in doing things? Can it be notified? More interactiveness is happening. The support engineers are trying to use if the how the site reliability engineer can be more powerful with our ecosystem. Today system that goes down because of this reason has been changed to this is going to go down because of this reason. And I think this has been happened in past. Can you preventively tell this? Decision making power has been increased to our support engineers as well. I think every bit of aspect our team has been started adapting. If you ask, have we been 100 percentage of the adoption? No. By end of this year or by next year, we've been fully adapting generative AI into our every bit of our business to speak with the customer, and we can tell this is what we are seeing, and we can able to see the result. We can able to replicate this to you.